live from an ESG-shaped Bill Ackman blow-up doll. Ugh.
Oh,
yeah, another Manic Monday edition of Business Pants.
Everything about that made me feel bad.
Joined as always by analyst hole Matt Mascardi. That's him talking. And today's cornucopia of corporate governance delight called January 8th, 2024, BIZ NUGGETS!
Yay, I miss nuggets.
I know, this is why we're doing it. You now requested it.
I now want it every single Monday for the rest of your life.
Well, then you're going to get a lot of really sad, tired Bill Ackman jokes.
That's fine. That's what we have today.
Our
you just
show-
front run the show.
Our show today is being sponsored by FreeFlow Analytics, the only ESG data platform to measure real board influence and diversity power gaps. In fact, I use both of those data points in one of my horrible Bill Ackman jokes.
Did you really?
Or maybe it was a Wayfair joke.
You used actual data.
Yes.
I used none.
Okay, well.
You're going to start us off. Do some, we're going to go back and forth.
I realized that before the show I asked you, did you do any Bill Ackman or Elon Musk jokes? And you're like, not really. I was like, yeah, I don't think I did either. And then I looked, I did 5 of them. So I put them all together. Sorry.
I did. That's all right. I did 1 Ackman and 2 Musk.
All right. Here we go.
Let's do it.
The resignation of Harvard President Claudine Gay could have been much less tragic if she had been a white man. Headline of the week.
That doesn't sound like a joke to me.
The Alaska Airlines flight that lost a chunk of the plane mid-flight could have been much more tragic if someone was seated next to the door.
That's okay. Now it does sound like more.
So, okay, let's go right to the next one. The resignation of Harvard President Claudine Gay could have been much less tragic if Bill Ackman was seated next to the door in the Alaska Airlines flight that lost a chunk of the plane mid-flight. Headline of the week. Well, I don't know.
You got it trailed off at the end there.
Yeah. You get the joke here.
Yeah.
You know where I'm going with all this.
Is it the same headline?
The same headline, yeah.
You kind of petered out at the end,
I did.
But I like that.
I'm not used to this setup. I'm live here in Hartford, so I'm getting my bearings. Let's move on from that.
Yeah, do the next one.
And our white supremacists hit back at Bill Ackman and Elon Musk and Lululemon founders' anti-DEI comments. They do reflect our company views. Headline of the week. Lululemon hits back at founders' anti-DEI comments. They do not reflect our company.
That's
views.
really confusing. That's
I wrote all this on a train. It was a bouncy train. Yeah.
The white supremacists seem to be contradicting Lululemon.
I know. I struggle with, do I use the word hit twice? Should I change the word hit? Is it gonna? Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Does John Oliver's team of 30 writers?
They would have workshopped that one.
They would have.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I think this one I'll do a little bit better on this next one. In our Bill Ackman is investigating whether it is a fake black woman who was hired as part of a fake DEI initiative. Headline of the week.
Oh, fake DEI.
A crypto fund appears to have invented a fake CEO to help trick investors.
Wow, this is actually all Bill Ackman jokes. This is really what it's coming down to.
And finally, an Elon Musk joke. In a world where only 0.2% of directors
data, I like it,
fail to get reelected, we finally found a reason for a board member to not put herself up for election.
Oh.
And please don't ask if it was a black woman. Headline of the week.
Oh. Oof.
Elon Musk's drug use was so concerning, it prompted a Tesla director to forego a re-election bid.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's the director?
That would be Linda Johnson Rice, a black woman, yes.
I was supposed to not ask.
Yeah, I know.
I just asked who the director was.
I told you. Yeah, Linda Johnson Rice. So,
all right.
So that's the thing, by the way. That's the area where someone will finally get uncomfortable at Elon Musk if he's too high.
Oh, well, because the anti-Semitism was cool.
that's fine.
The
anti-trans.
the anti-trans
The
is
conspiracy
fine.
theories.
Pretending to take the company public.
Working at 9
Fine.
different CEOs.
Having 7 jobs, okay.
Yeah, losing $40 billion on a new business venture that no one asked you to do.
But he got stoned that time.
Got stoned,
And that's uncomfortable.
Oh, come on, man.
All right,
out of
here we go.
I'm struggling.
In our kids, get in here. It's time for dinner. How many times have I told you not to play with something that fell from the sky? Now go wash your hands. Headline of the week. A critical piece of Alaska Airlines Boeing plane found in Portland school teacher's backyard.
Oh, this better not be my Portland. Better be the other Portland.
I think it's the other Portland. Yeah. And when you find a critical piece of any airplane in your backyard, I'm pretty sure that's not a good
Boeing.
sign. Speaking of not a good sign, in 2027, I heard that George R.R. Martin plans to release a new Game of Thrones novel if he hasn't died.
Okay.
But this time, he's going to use a black woman to edit the book. That is so fucking woke. I am definitely boycotting that book and everything Martin does from now on. Headline of the week.
Where are we going with this?
Upcoming Star Wars film attacked as woke by right-wing critics over director's feminist comments. A Star Wars film that has not been filmed, does not have a script, has not been made, has only a director attached to it and a treatment, is already under attack from conservatives for being too woke.
To that too? The conservatives realize that this is all a big made-up world too. It doesn't really exist.
It's not a real world.
Yeah,
No.
Just so
Star
we're clear
Wars
there.
isn't real.
So we're clear.
I understand that Daisy Ridley might be attached to it again, but that is as far as we've gotten. They just don't like the fact that the woman who's slated to direct it potentially is a Pakistani Canadian woman. That's it.
So that's enough to be woke?
She said something about she likes in her movies to make men uncomfortable in 2015, and now that's
but is
it.
That the
We're
reason,
boycotting.
Or are we full Bill Ackman when that you're a woman of color, you automatically represent
Well,
something
that's kind of the
woke,
point here.
Okay.
It's so ridiculous. And our white justice billionaires are fighting it out for the future of brown people and lady bits. Who will win? Headline of the week. Elon Musk and Mark Cuban duel over woke company diversity policies as DEI is on the decline.
Wait, is that your joke? The decline?
No, that's their headline. That's a real headline.
Why do they need to joke about in the headline? Why do they're doing an acronym joke?
Yeah, they're doing
the headline?
they're doing
I don't
a riff on acronyms in the headline. It's impossible for me to get that television unless I take it from you. Headline of the week. Impossible to create AI tools like ChatGPT without copyrighted material, OpenAI says.
Really? They're actually saying
They
that?
actually just said...
Wait, they just admitted that they're stealing copyrighted material.
Not only did they admit to stealing copyrighted material, but they admitted that everything they've built is not possible without doing it. Imagine if you were like
YouTube.
I want a really nice television, but it's not possible on my salary. So
without like pirated HBO.
I'm going to steal it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to tell you.
I'm going to steal the HBO too.
It was fine that I stole it.
Because it's impossible.
Because it would have been not possible for me to have it without stealing it.
So this is the company that we're talking about, OpenAI, where Sam Altman, CEO, owns. We just talked about this. He owns at least like 9 properties.
Yeah.
So there is money that they could be buying copyrighted material. That's shareholder money.
No, it's impossible.
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
Okay.
We rate 41st for physical and behavioral health outcomes, 42nd for high school graduation and quality of life, 43rd for our economy, 45th for financial stability, 44th for employment. Also, we have no ESG investments. What should we do, guys? Any ideas? Headline of the week. Why are Kentucky conservatives taking aim at woke capitalism and ESG investing?
Yeah, why?
Those are all real stats.
Oh, really?
They seem to actually have some problems that have nothing to do with ESG investing.
Not the high 40s, though. That's pretty good. 42nd. That's not bad.
That's true. There are 50 states, though, remember. So we're not doing great.
All right. Let's see if I can do better this second round. This is my Musk Ackman free round.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not hopeful.
No, I'm not either. In our what could go wrong when someone with COVID and a few untreated wounds on their fingers hands you their unwashed Make America Great Again mug. Headline of the week.
I don't like that.
Starbucks workers say they're worried about the new reusable cup program.
What?
Now, you can use this in the drive-thru lane. You can hand them your nasty cup, and I guess they'll fill it up for you. It just seems like this can't work, can it?
I wish it.
You're handing them something. You're giving them something.
Yeah.
You're introducing your germy crap into their restaurant.
How long before the Starbucks union starts asking for hazmat suits for their employees?
Well, it doesn't matter because Starbucks won't listen anyway.
Oh, that's true.
To the union.
That's true.
In our Hey Ma, is it Thursday yet? I'm closing on a new condo in South Beach. Tell Dad. Headline of the week. Top CEOs will make more in the first 4 days of 2024 than the average worker makes in a year. See what I did there? Thursday?
Oh, I did.
First 4.
Thursday. I got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Thursday is number 4.
I like that this kid, though, he's a CEO in that joke.
Yeah.
That's nice.
He got elevated. He's not a CEO in my
Not an idiot
Hey Ma
anymore.
joke. Yeah.
And finally, is this my last one? Is my last dumb joke?
I think this is. I think you
Please
got
let it
2
be.
more.
No, I got 2
yeah.
more. Okay. In our, it sounds like Niraj Shah wants you to ignore the fact that Wayfair's share price is down over 80% in the last 3 years, from roughly $350 to $50. That women on his board hold only 9% total influence.
Data points.
Despite the fact that women make 70% of household purchasing decisions, and that there is nobody else to blame at his company other than himself and his co-founder, co-chair, Cornell buddy, yes, they're buddies from Cornell, Stephen Conine, because they control 76% of the company's voting power. Headline of the week.
That was a lot. You need a break.
Wayfair's CEO wants staff to work harder.
They should.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
But maybe it's something about him and his buddy Steve Conine are the problem. Maybe we could vote them out.
Maybe.
Actually, you can't vote them out.
No,
they control
you
the
can't.
voting
They
power.
control the company.
Yeah, and finally, in our why is Ms. Templeton making a silent throat-slashing gesture in the corner? Look, now she's doing the fake gunshot to the head. Make her stop. Headline of the week. Microsoft executive D. Templeton joins OpenAI board as a non-voting observer.
She'll be quiet, right?
Matt, not only will she be a Microsoft representative at these OpenAI board meetings, she'll have access to all of their confidential information.
Oh. Well, that's fun.
But she's not really there.
She's not there.
She's just observing.
She's observing. So what kind of...
No influence, no sway, just sitting
Is there any sort of disclosure on what kind of notebook she will be using to observe?
This is a weird gray area of this world. I mean, I almost feel like, isn't it better just to put her on as a voting member?
Yeah, but they're a nonprofit, right? So there's no voting.
I know, but yet they're not allowed to adhere to the bylaws of their nonprofit, right? They can't get rid of Sam Altman because that would ruin the world, but they do have to accept...
No. They
Microsoft's
they're just going to
executive sitting there.
They're just going to fire the women every time they say
that
things.
is what happened.
That is what happened. All right, let's
finish
round
up,
these
Matt.
out. Let's finish this game in our Hey Ma, the light's blinking again. The turkey's done. Or I'm pregnant.
Oh.
Or it's time for Aunt Maud's pills. Or I have cataracts. The light's been blinking for like 3 hours. Tell Dad. Headline of the week. Boeing jetliner that lost large panel midair was restricted from flights over water due to warning light.
Wait, help me out with that one.
So apparently there was a light that was blinking that was suggesting that the cabin pressure was not correct.
When was this blinking?
It was blinking for some time. And they told the flights to not fly over water.
Who told
this jetliner?
Is Alaska Airlines told the flight? Who told them that?
I'm not sure who. If it was I think it was the FAA.
Okay.
But the FAA actually was also found to have deleted the flight recorder data from this flight already.
So this is a Boeing manufacturing error?
They haven't stated that. They haven't said that.
That is weird.
But let me just say, when the warning light goes off in your jetliner, don't make the answer, don't fly over water this time.
We had to drive less than a mile.
What are we doing?
Less than a mile from my home to the train station on my way down here, and the little orange oil change light went on, and I freaked out.
Yeah.
And I said to my wife, I said, don't ignore the oil. Like, get this fixed immediately.
Fix it.
And yet they're flying over a body of water.
They were going to fly over water, and then they decided, well, it's safer to fly over land. This way, when you crash.
Wait, what?
That's right.
I think I'd rather land in the water.
Well, if you land in the middle of the water.
Scully land in the water? Didn't he do a good job?
Yeah, in the middle of the night? No.
No. Okay.
Now, I've got all this lumber. It's time to build at last. By the way, is anyone here a carpenter? Or does anyone know what we're building? Did someone do any blueprints? Gus said you knew what you were doing. I don't know what the plan is here. Wait, are we building a barn? Does anyone have any cows? Should we use cement for the foundation? Could someone just tell me what to do, please? Headline of the week: ESG needs purpose or it's pointless, fund managers say.
Yeah, this is that weird thing too, where they refer to ESG as a thing.
Not only do they refer to it as a thing, but fund managers, the ones who basically just used it to sell their funds,
right,
are now saying it's pointless without purpose.
But aren't they hired to basically put purpose to all the data they use, like to everything they do? Aren't they there to give it purpose?
That would be like carpentry.
All of their analysis.
Carpentry is stupid unless you know what you're building, says carpenter.
Yeah, maybe it's the fund managers that have no purpose.
It's your fucking job.
Yeah.
You do it. Thanks for coming to this OpenAI all hands meeting. We have a bit of a crisis. When I typed in favorite Jew to the AI, it came up with a picture of Jesus. So I know that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. But when I typed in black bear, the picture was of Don Lemon, and he's not even hairy or fat. So clearly we have some problems. Are we stealing the right copyrights here? We need to get this right. Headline of the week: generative AI models can now create replicas of trademark characters with prompts as simple as video game Italian.
You're referring to Mario.
Mario is what came up.
Or Luigi, maybe.
Mario is what came up.
I'm a little confused by this. First of all, how do you know Don Lemon was fired recently at CNN? Maybe he has become a little overweight.
Well, this is a little bit of a gay bear joke because he is out, and so do you see what I'm doing there?
And for me, favorite Jew would be, of course, Sandy Koufax.
Really?
Yeah. Why not?
I went with Jesus as the favorite Jew.
Well, Sandy Koufax, Jesus, they're kind of tied.
Come on, of the white Christian favorite Jew, right?
Would not be Sandy Koufax.
It would be Jesus, wouldn't it? So that's the winner, not Sandy Koufax. And your tuna fish sandwich is horrible.
Yes.
It's a scandal and a stain on the reputation of our office air quality. It's also a near certainty that I brought tuna fish, but with different pickles. My pickles might be lazy, but it's certainly not a crime. Your tuna fish is the root cause of anti-Semitism. Headline of the week: Bill Ackman says it is a near certainty that academics will improperly cite others' work after his wife admitted to plagiarism.
I wanted to avoid this story completely.
You can't.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
a near certain. So that's it's because his wife did something improper. It's a near certainty that everyone is doing the same improper
So now
thing.
he's saying that if I used AI,
AI, which has been proven over and over and over again to get pretty much everything wrong. In fact, there was just a study about using AI for giving something about diagnosing kids for medicine, something like that. 85% wrong.
Yeah.
85%.
So he's saying if I used AI on academic papers, it was a near certainty that everyone is plagiarized in academia, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
As a defense against his wife having to say that she plagiarized when Business Insider put out its report. Now, Business Insider put out a report looking at plagiarism in Bill Ackman's wife because Bill Ackman attacked Claudine Gay for plagiarism.
Yeah.
And then Bill Ackman said, "How dare you? You didn't give me enough time. You didn't respect my family because it was Friday night."
What was there? But there was in that statement. Was there an apology for the fact that Claudine Gay had so many death threats and so many?
No.
Talking about
just
the wife's paper.
Yeah, but now he's justifying it, saying that everybody plagiarizes. It's natural that there's going to be some laziness. You're going to miss he said you're going to miss a quotation here, like
Well, I don't
marks here and there.
I don't want to I have no interest in crapping on his wife, but
I don't care about his wife.
I did peek at the article, and there are whole paragraphs lifted directly from Wikipedia of all things.
Yeah.
And Wikipedia is the one source in academia you never use seriously.
But forget his wife.
I'm just saying it's not like you're forgetting a passage. It's lifting a whole entire paragraph.
He is basically a walking moral flexibility. When it's in your backyard, it's a stain on my reputation, which is exactly what he said to Claudine Gay and why she should get fired. But when it's my wife, it's not a stain on her reputation. It's just casual. Everyone's doing it. I'm going to find it everywhere. Just like when Claudine Gay and all the female presidents of colleges don't forcefully enough condemn Hamas, they're anti-Semitic. But when Elon Musk says something actually anti-Semitic, he's just shooting from the hip. It's just
I'll tell you that as much as I hate the misogyny and the racism, Elon Musk does it, Bill Ackman does it, others do it. It's this redefinition of like modern day truth that bugs me the most.
It's a gaslight.
Like by saying
mega
things
gaslight.
by saying things and earnestly saying that things are a near certainty because he thinks it's so. That's the part that riles me like the most. I don't know.
Well, let's wrap this up with something.
Hopefully Ackman free this last one.
Yeah, instead we'll go with Musk.
Okay.
In a press release, the board stated, "We are aware of issues regarding potential substance abuse during company events by our CEO.
Oh.
However, we stress
Shooting
that
from
the
the hip.
company events in question weren't this specific company. It was the CEO's other company. Also, our CEO's brother has attested to the fact that they only occasionally use drugs, but only after the company went to sleep. So it's fine."
All right.
Headline of the week. SpaceX executives worried Elon Musk was on drugs during cringeworthy all-hands meeting, Wall Street Journal reports. There is a massive Wall Street Journal article about Elon Musk's drug use or alleged drug use.
Specifically at SpaceX?
At every company. Everywhere. And now the board is in a conundrum.
So
how are they going to do nothing and explain it?
Is he in full like Donald Trump territory where, remember the old joke was that he could literally kill someone on Fifth Avenue? Is that where we are with Elon Musk?
Well, I mean,
what could he do as a CEO of a publicly traded company? What could he do wrong to actually be removed at this point?
It would be really hard for me to think of something.
Not to mention that I just pulled an article last night, Tesla saying that yes, that the ranges that they reported on their cars are lies.
Did they really?
Yeah, I mean, so they're saying there's a constant amount of those type of headlines too. So it's not, you know what I mean? Like, what will it take?
This is fabulous.
No, I'm asking you, what will it take?
Nothing.
Okay,
There's nothing you can do.
Okay.
I mean, like, look, you don't put your brother and your best friend on the board of your publicly traded company that's one of the 4 or 5 highest valued companies in the world if you didn't expect them to do nothing every time you tried ketamine.
It is why it was interesting with Lyndon Johnson Rice, who supposedly did not stand for re-election because of Elon Musk's behavior. She also probably knew full well that remaining on that board and trying to change it from within was
pointless.
Right.
It's pointless.
Because you are literally staring across the board table at the CEO's brother of all things, who has no relevant expertise to that company.
No, he shouldn't be there.
None. But he's not
They're
Claudine
related.
Gay, so I guess he can keep his job.
On that board is the VC that funded Tesla, his brother, and his best friend, who he was.
But according to Musk and Ackman, Kimball's presence on that board has nothing to do with a DEI initiative, so I guess it's fine, right?
Would that be I? I'm including my family?
It might be
But wouldn't
The I is
everything
okay.
be I?
I is okay,
is fine. It's just the D and the E that we don't like. We really don't like diversity and equity. We like
I will tell you today,
inclusion's fine.
before we wrap up this show, if Bill Ackman comes out today and says, you know what, I'm going to stand by everything I'm saying, but I think because of how I talk about DEI, we should at least fire Kimball Musk. If he comes out today and says we should fire Kimball Musk, then I'll be okay with everything Bill Ackman does, okay?
I won't be.
I promise you.
That's it. That's Hazelnut Rollis. I am your analyst, Matt Mascardi. We are Free Float. We'll be back again on Wednesday with a Woke Wednesday show. It never ends here. It never
Back in
ends.
this horrible chair, too.
And Thursday, we've got a Proxy Countdown show. Big Proxy Countdown. That's our other show. We got big votes coming up. In fact, if you're missing the Proxy Countdown, I don't really know why.
Yeah, what are you doing?
You're wasting your life.
For you fund managers who don't know how to do your jobs, don't understand purpose, why don't you listen to our show?
Well, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a soft sell or a hard sell to the fund managers to listen to the show?
I don't know.
We'll be back soon. Until then, good